Hey guys, Game Boy here. Welcome to another episode of World of Gaming, or WOG, WOG, whatever you want to call it. Let's just get right into it. The first story we have comes from Super Mario World. There's a YouTuber by the name of SethBling. He has over 1 million subscribers. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. And he beat this game in just 54 seconds. So, wow. Just wow. This next story comes from Mario Kart Tour. Of course, this is a new Mario Kart game. It's going to be mobile. It's not going to be for any of the consoles. It's going to be mobile, like for the Android and iOS. And it's coming out in March of next year. So, yeah. I don't have all of the other details, but I will let you know when I do. Next story comes from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's an update coming for this. And it's got 2 new languages. That's Chinese and Korean. I think that actually came out today. So, yeah. Next story comes from the Pokemon series. So, the leak I told you about in the last video are actually confirmed to be fake. Sadly, a DeviantArt user known as Brandon H. He admitted to creating. I can't talk. I just can't talk. He admitted to creating these. Apparently, they're original, but they're not original Pokemon made by the Pokemon Company. This was just fake Pokemon made by a random DeviantArt user. Next story comes from Kirby Star Allies. This will have amiibo support. I didn't know this, but apparently, I didn't. It's been going on for over 3 days now, so I didn't know this. Of course, just a heads up, this comes out March 16th of this year. Next story comes from the Castlevania series. The Alucard statue that I mentioned in the last video, that's like $300. That's available now for pre-order, so look out for that. Next story comes from God of War, the new one, to be more specific, I guess. There's a PS4 Pro bundle. I don't know how much it is. I don't know when it's going to come out. I don't know what's in the bundle, but I will, like I said, I will let you know when I get those details. Next story comes from Fire Emblem Heroes. There was an event that went on known as Choose Your Legend. For the females, we have Celica. Celica won in the female column. She first appeared in Fire Emblem Gaiden and got over 36,000 votes. And then for the male heroes, there's Hector from Fire Emblem The Blazing Blade and got over 38,000 votes. So, wow. Next story comes from Tekken. That's the new mobile Tekken game. That's just called Tekken for some reason. There is a new Tekken character. Hold on, let me get down. There we go. There's a new Tekken character, which that I will get to here in a bit. I just wanted to talk about the release dates and what countries it's going to be in. It's going to come out, it came out yesterday in Latin America, Eastern Europe, Middle East, Africa, and Southeast Asia. It comes out on the 15th of this month. 15th of this month in the UK, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, France, Spain, Italy, Russia, Benelux, and Singapore. And it comes out on March 1st of this year in the US, Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, and Hong Kong. So look out for that. And then now for the new character. There's a new character known as Bo Rodeo Montana. He's a US Marine and a football player. His backstory, basically, where his unit was ambushed by someone named Revenant and drained every single bit of his power, and he must fight him to get his power back. The fighting style, it mixes MMA with military combat training, so that's something I would really love to see. I would really love to test out, see if that's a good idea. Also, he has a very high HP. Next story comes from the Resident Evil series. First off, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard has now sold over 4.8 million units, so congrats to Capcom. Then we have Resident Evil Revelations and Resident Evil Revelations 2 for the Switch. That sold over 250,000 units, so again, congrats to Capcom. Next story we have comes from the Final Fantasy series. First we have Final Fantasy 12. That is available now on the PC, so look out for that. Then there's Final Fantasy 15. That was the newest Final Fantasy that came out last year, I think. That is available for pre-order now on the PC. Next story comes from... Okay, I messed up with something. Hold on. There. Next story we have comes from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, a speedrunner and a YouTuber known as Mr. Snawk. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. I don't know how many subscribers he has, it won't tell me. But he beat Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater in just 1 hour and 19 minutes. So, yeah, wow. The next story comes from Splatoon 2. There's a new weapon and a new stage, which in fact they're not really new. They make a return to Splatoon 2. There's a 96 Gal Deco and Arowana Mall. And no, I didn't say marijuana, I said arowana. I really hope I said that right. Or Arowana? Arowana? I don't know how to say that. But they both make a return to Splatoon 2. Next story comes from the Contra series. So there's a man whose name is Dan. He's from Vancouver. And he actually has the original box art of Contra. Now Contra came out all the way back in 1987. So, you know, I mean, he's willing to sell the box art for $100,000. Wow, buddy. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. Next story comes from Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom. There's a new overview trailer, which I'll leave a link to that down below as well. Next story comes from Overwatch. There's a Lunar New Year event that comes out on the 8th of this month, so look out for that. Ugh. Ugh. Next story we have comes from... Sorry. I got a little distracted. Put that aside. Next story comes from Fallout 4 VR. This version of Fallout 4 sold over 100,000 units. So congratulations to Bethesda Softworks. Okay, let me scroll down. Hold on. Next story comes from the Far Cry series. If you get Far Cry 3 Classic Edition, apparently that's like a new edition of Far Cry 3. If you get that, not only will you get that game, but you also get a season pass for Far Cry 5. Now here's what's in the season pass. Something called Hours of Darkness, where you travel back in time to Vietnam and battle against... I don't know how to say that word, but you battle against some kind of soldiers, a group of soldiers. Next is Dead Living Zombies. That's just like the Call of Duty zombie mode. Then there's Lost on Mars, where you travel to Mars and fight Martians, which... No. Next story we have comes from Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. This was the newest upcoming Yakuza game. This now got delayed to April of this year. So yeah, sadly it got delayed. Next story comes from Need for Speed No Limits. That's the mobile Need for Speed game, if you don't know. There's a new car in an update called the BMW M5, so look out for that. Next story, Owlboy. I find this to be pretty funny. When it came out for the Switch, everyone was actually complaining that there was an ugly icon on the screen. As they said it, ugly icon. Which, ugly seems kind of a weak word to me, so, ugly icon, it's just, apparently that bothered so many people that the developers actually fixed it. So, yeah, I find that to be kind of funny. Actually, there we go. Oh god. There we go. A lot better. Hopefully that's better. Next story comes from Red Dead Redemption 2. This game just won't stop getting delayed. It got delayed once more. It got delayed to October of this year. I mean, at this rate, we might actually get it next year. I mean, I'm being serious. That's what I think. That we might actually get it next year, because we've gotten so many delays of it. We might actually get it next year. So, hopefully not. Hopefully we get it this year. For our final story, we have XCOM 2. There's something called a XCOM 2 remake. I mean, well, yeah, it is a remake, but it's called XCOM 2 Complete Collection. It comes out for the PS4 and the Xbox One soon, but right now it is on the Steam today. So, and it is 50% off today, for today and today only. So, yeah. So, guys, if you yeah. That's not gonna work. But guys, oh wait. Okay, alright. So guys, if you like this video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. Yeah. If you want to request something, I'm open to requests. Anything along the lines of video games. There's no gaming YouTubers. I mean, it's okay when I do it, because I'm talking about like speedrunners, and like this first story when I talked about earlier with Super Mario World. SethBling, you know, that's actually a game on a Super Mario series is actually something on my list that I want to talk about. So yeah, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.